I'm getting ready to get myself out of here this morning, so I'm not going to hold you guys. I'm going to be doing some cryo ball therapy on my face because I feel like in your 40s, you just do a whole bunch of stuff that feels necessary, might be unnecessary, just to try to maintain, I guess, you know. But I am doing this. This is supposed to like decrease puffiness, kind of get the blood flow stimulating to possibly help to keep up with collagen production, and just there's a whole list of things that cryoball therapy is helpful for. I'm gonna go ahead and wash my face, get my stuff on, and then get out of here. I'm going to a event today. Henry Rose is in Nashville for 2 days, and they are doing a pop-up and a meet with creators. So I'm excited to be able to go and meet other creators and meet the brand. And I said moving forward that I was going to get a little bit more motivated, get off my tushy, and get out of here and get to some of these brand events when I have the opportunity to meet with brands and other creators. I just kind of have been in my little shell, and I feel like there's power in networking. So I'm getting ready to just kind of go forward with that mindset. So I'm super excited to get out today. It started out really rainy and bummy this morning, but I'm getting motivated and I'm getting ready to get myself together. I'm not sure about you guys, but there are like so many things that I have been doing to my skin now in my 40s that I did not do before. I don't know. It's crazy. It's like you don't really know how to properly care for your skin when you're young, because your skin is just like all great and perfect, and you don't realize until you start to like see those little lines and wrinkles, like, oh snap, I might need to be putting on extra moisturizer, or I may need to be doing this or that and the other. So I'm doing a lot of things that I didn't do before, which is kind of crazy, but I guess it'll all pay off. I don't know. It's like all of these different steps, toner and vitamin C and spray, and just like, I can't keep up. I've never been one of those ladies to like have a multi-step skincare routine. Like, I'm usually like wash your face and a little bit of lotion or go. Actually, I used to just wash my face and put toner on, because I assumed that because my skin was really oily, that I didn't need any type of extra oils to go on it. And little did I know that when you do that, you actually create a situation to where your face starts to create more oil, because it feels like it doesn't have enough oil. So this cryoball therapy, believe it or not, as cold natured as I am, guys, this actually feels really refreshing. I've heard ladies say if you are someone who has hot flashes, this is like a dream. I put it in the freezer and it stays really cold for a while. And it just feels so good. And in the winter time, sometimes I'll just like sit it right there on the window ledge, and it's like super cold just from being near the window in the winter when the temps are like below freezing. So this is something that I absolutely love. And I don't know, I'm one of those people that I'm just doing all of this stuff, like preventative stuff, to like age as gracefully as I can. But like, do I see any like significant results or differences? No. And I think that's the thing. Like, we're all just learning. Like, I know there's a big study on like, what is it, red light therapy, where ladies are like, you know, not a lot of influencers are swearing that that is beneficial. I think everybody's just trying to figure out like, is this working or not? But my thing is, don't sell me a, $500 device if you don't know if it's working. My mom actually gifted me a red light therapy gadget machine, but I've not used it yet because I'm like, I don't know. But anyway, I've got it. So if studies start to prove that it's helpful, I'll whip out the one that my mom gave me. But anyway, this feels so refreshing. Now, this little gadget I do like to use because my grandmother actually, her skin was so flawless, y'all. And she would get up every morning and basically simulate what this thing does. She would take her hands and she would do like this in an upward position. I remember her showing me like her things that she would do with her face. And I used to crack up laughing at her because I'd be like, Grandma, what are you? She actually did a lot of stimulating of her face and moving upwards. She was really big on pressing up on her nose, I guess, so that she wouldn't have like a flat nose. But like, I'm like, my nose is what it is. I'm not trying to reshape my nose. But she did a lot of like facial manipulation. She didn't have like dark marks on her face. She was not a big sugar lover. She did not like sugar. I mean, unsweet tea. She didn't do a lot of sugar. Didn't do a lot of microwaving her food. Didn't do a lot of eating out. Drank tons of water. Right? All of the things that we know now contribute to a long life. Right? She was not a vegetarian, however. She did eat meat, but she ate small portions. Enough of me rambling about my grandma. Let me show you guys what I do real quickly. I'm going to do a makeup tutorial soon. I've been using a beauty blender to apply my makeup as of late. So I wet it a little bit in the morning. I normally clean it every day, but I need to get out of here, y'all, and I don't have time to clean it. Sometimes I'll apply the makeup on the beauty blender, but then sometimes I'll apply it just on my face. But just today, so I can show you guys, I'm just going to kind of sponge it on or dap it on the beauty blender. And then I'm just going to go in and just kind of pat it in. I love that. Now, this is clean. The Yuka app recognizes House Labs. It's by Lady Gaga. It is a clean makeup brand. So if you're looking for a clean makeup, House Labs is your makeup. I wear the color 460 medium deep. I don't know if the camera will even pick up on that. Probably not. But anyway, that's what I'm wearing. And I love this makeup. It looks so natural on me. Y'all look at my little under eye puffy. Y'all see that? I don't do much of an under eye concealer. I need to try to find an under eye concealer. House Labs does have a clean under eye concealer. I just haven't found my match just yet. And I have tried. It's so strange. You would think I'd be able to find a match, but I guess I just haven't been consistent enough with it. This is a perfect match for under eye for me, but it gets a little cakey. Henry Rose is on the road and they've stopped right here in Nashville, Tennessee. You all know I always wear Henry Rose and I'm hoping to restock my mini lotion today. Michelle Pfeiffer is the founder and her motto is one that I love. You shouldn't have to sacrifice quality for safety. I am passionate about clean products for my family. Today, I had the chance to explore more of her fragrances and learn what scents I plan to layer, which will be Char and Windows Down, two fragrances that my husband already has and loves. Shout out to the Henry Rose team for being so amazing here in Nashville, Tennessee. All right, that seemed to be pretty cool. It was really cold, chilly, cold. I say cold. It's not cold, but it's really chilly out today. This weather is so crazy. Met quite a few creators from the area, a lot of TikTokers. Nobody was from YouTube. I'm like, are you guys on YouTube? And they're like, no, we're TikTokers. So there are a lot of girls that are TikToking, and I think, aren't they trying to like shut TikTok down in the US? Like, for the girls that are TikToking, I guess maybe they're on other platforms. Am I showing my age? The fact that I am an Instagrammer and a YouTuber. I am on TikTok, but my following on TikTok is it's growing, but it's quite small. Instagram has been slow growth for me. I don't know what's going on, but I am definitely going to stay consistent. YouTube is my largest subscriber count and following, so thank you guys so much for being a part of the community here. Yeah, I'm getting ready to go in for a little bit to eat here at Velvet Taco, and then I am going to get over to the mall to make some returns at Sephora. Not Sephora, Zara. So it has been an eventful day. I feel like we haven't had a chance to really chat much. I just ran into the store. I got a cup while I was in the mall because I wanted to get a soda. Okay, listen, it's Friday, so we got to treat ourselves. And I've never had Tropical Punch by Olipop, but I'm about to try it now. I have a thing, I don't know, post-COVID, I'm like, I don't know. I have a thing about just certain things. Okay, like I'm not drinking out of a can anymore. Like people are nasty. They don't wipe their hands. And yeah, so let me know. Are you particular about drinking out of cans? Do you wipe them off? I've seen people use like their shirts to kind of like wipe off cans. But this is giving. All right, I'm getting ready to run into Whole Foods. We're going to chat some more when I get home. I got to hurry, though, because rush hour is about to start. And, oop, I'm about to back up, y'all, and I need to be going forward. All right, this is why I haven't been vlogging much while driving, because my brain has been scattered. But getting ready to run into Whole Foods, I need to pick up 3 things. So let me see if I can stay focused. There is a chocolate protein bar that my oldest daughter loves. Youngest daughter can't have it because it has cashew nuts in it. I'm gonna pick up a box of those for her. And then both of the girls have been loving to snack on seaweed, so I'm gonna grab some seaweed. Oh, and there is a jasmine rice ramen noodle that the girls are wanting to try. I love it. I've been eating quite a bit of it, so I'm going to pick that up today. So 3 things: ramen, chocolate bar, and seaweed. I have to say that to me because I get in Whole Foods. Y'all know Whole Foods is like a field trip to me. I get in there and I get excited. So I'm going to go and pick up those couple of things. And then I've got a lamp back here that I need to return to Home Goods. I'm hoping I can do all of that and get, well, let me not get too pressed. I'm thinking to myself, let me hurry up and get all of this stuff done so I can beat rush hour. But guess what? If I don't beat rush hour, it's not a big deal. My husband actually texted and said he was going to be available to pick up the kids if I needed him to. So once I pull in at Whole Foods up here, I'm gonna just make sure that he knows that I am gonna need him to pick up the kids. That way I don't have to be like so pressed to get them. Whoop. That was a huge dip because there was a car coming super fast and I didn't want him to hit me. Drivers have been super aggressive in our area. What about you guys? Have y'all's drivers been like crazy? They've been really aggressive in our area. I'm assuming it's because Nashville is just growing and this comes along with like big city life. Okay, let me cut this sensor off. I love these little sensors that kind of help you with driving, but sometimes they are more of a distraction than they are a help, because it will have you thinking you've hit something when you haven't. But I guess it's better to be distracted thinking you've hit something, or alerted rather, thinking you've hit something, than not alerted. So I'm gonna run in and grab what I need to get and get out of here. This is pretty good. All right, y'all, we are home. I just picked up our oldest daughter from school, and my youngest baby wanted to ride with us. Y'all, I am so happy for my youngest daughter. Let me tell y'all something that we take for granted, our generation, playing in the neighborhood. So we were coming home from, I took the girls to grab some Chick-fil-A because I did not want to even fool with cooking. And lo and behold, I got home and my husband was making lasagna. But anyway, our youngest daughter saw some kids playing in the roundabout down there coming into the neighborhood and was like, oh, Mom, they had a lemonade stand set up and she wanted to go and donate $1 to their lemonade stand. She was like, I don't want any of their lemonade because I got lemonade from Chick-fil-A. But I think she was really just kind of trying to like test the waters and like, you know, go see who the neighbors were. And which is really, really cool. My youngest daughter is my social butterfly. My oldest daughter is a little bit more reserved. She's learning how to branch out and be very social. She's very social amongst her friends, but in terms of like getting to know like new people and approaching like groups of people and you know, folks she don't know, she's like, I'm good. But our youngest daughter never met a stranger. Like she is the kid that is like everybody's best friend. So I'm just super excited because I've never seen young kids in our neighborhood. A lot of them that were here moved before our youngest daughter got of age. So she's not really had any friends in the neighborhood to kind of hang out with. And it looks to be there are 2 new families down here that have at least 3 or 4 kids per house. And then there are 2 more families down here that have little boys. So my daughter was like, Mom, they look young. I was like, that's fine. They're kids. Like you can play with kids that are young. And I told her, I was like, you're tall. Why don't you go ask them what grade they're in? My daughter, mind you, is in 4th grade. She is 5'3" and wears an 8.5 women's shoe. And so I basically was like, go and see if they're your age. And she went and asked them. They're in 3rd and 4th grade, same grade as she. So I'm always telling her, like, she runs with a lot of older kids at church and in little social groups that we're in because she is so tall. And she always has this complex about like, I don't want to be with the little kids. And I'm like, but you are a little kid. You're not a middle schooler. She hangs out with her sister and her sister's friends. And I'm like, go hang with kids your age. So this is going to be good. I'm hoping for summer. Here comes one of the little kids now on his bike. Y'all, I'm the only mom that make my baby wear a bike helmet. They're riding up and down the neighborhood with no helmets. And I'm like, get your helmet. And she's like, no, Mom, let me just take my sidewalk chalk down. And she didn't want to wear her helmet. So anyway, I'm getting ready to go in and relax. And my husband is gone. He has a gig today and tomorrow. I think I shared that with you guys. So it's just me and the girls tonight. And I'm super glad that she has friends. A part of me is like that kind of helicopter mom because we live in such a crazy world where I want to kind of keep my eyes peeled. We roam freely in our neighborhood. Y'all remember that? We roam freely, but this is a different day and age. But I also want my kids to not live in like total fear because we do live in such a crazy world. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of go and lay eyes on her. And the good thing about the other parents, though, whose kids are out is they can see their babies. I can't see my baby. Their houses are like all right there clustered up in 4. I can't see my child. So I'm like, do I sit in the car and be the helicopter mom or do I just let her play? And she don't know anything about coming home when the street light come on. Y'all remember that? Go out and play. And when the street light comes on, you need to be home. So my mom had this saying that if the street light shines on your head, you already know what's going to happen, right? Don't come home after the street light comes on. When the street light comes on, you need to be home. And isn't it amazing how we knew how and when to get home? I don't even think we had watches. Like we knew when the sun got to a certain part in the sky, it is time to come home. And if you were unsure, go on home, because if that street light comes on and you outside, then you're in trouble. What you doing, Mama? This is my oldest daughter coming out. I'm trying to put the... Wanted to give you guys a really quick grocery haul. Nothing too fabulous. This is the kids' favorite cereal. Scans well on the Yuka app. Okay. I ate some of these in the car. And they come in two different sizes. This is like a little small snack pack, and then this is a larger snack pack. The seaweed snacks, and seaweed has some really good benefits. I'm learning. Let me know if you guys snack on seaweed. The kids have been enjoying it as of late. This is, I've already peeled into this, but this is the Aloha bar. I hope I'm saying that right. The protein bar. I don't know if I've shown you guys this before. And these were on sale today with Prime. So I got a box. It comes out cheaper to get the box. I think one bar by itself is like $2.69, but they're pretty expensive. But they scan well with the Yuka app. Protein bars. My daughter was enjoying them during track season, so I grabbed some more of those. Here is the ramen rice that I think I was telling you guys about in the car. It is Jade Pearl rice ramen. Scans well on the Yuka app. I'm gonna stop saying that because the majority of the stuff that I share with you guys scans well on the Yuka app. There are 4 little blocks of rice cakes in here, rather. These are good. Taste like vanilla, believe it or not. It says, let me read a little bit. It says, in addition to being gluten-free, Jade Pearl rice contains bamboo extract with chlorophyll, giving it a light vanilla taste and a beautiful jade color. And it is like that, like light green color. So I got 2 bags of these, and I always have dates on hand. You guys know that I love dates. It's like what I put on my salmon salad every night. And then I got like 5 bags of oranges because we are always juicing and drinking orange juice like on the regular. I think it's the one thing that has kept my kids from getting sick. They stay pumped with vitamin C. Like ever since I started like giving them fresh orange juice and grapefruit juice, nobody's gotten sick. And even like when my little one starts to get sick, she's able to kind of fight it off. And I really do believe it is from just this overload of vitamin C that I'm always like pumping into them. And their great little young immune systems help too. So, and I've not gotten sick myself, and I've been drinking a lot of orange juice and grapefruit juice myself. Obviously it's great for immunity. I heard that it was good for collagen production, and listen, I'm 44, okay? The collagen is not collagening the way it used to, so I'm trying to do orange juice and all the juices that help with collagen production. Let me know if you guys know of other foods that are beneficial to, you know, collagen production and all of that jazz, because I need to be up on that for sure. I heard that lifting weights is a good thing for kind of stimulating more collagen to be produced in your body, which is interesting. It's something that I don't do, that I need to do, that I promised myself I was going to do, but I haven't done. So anyway, I'm getting ready to put up all of these groceries, and I think I'm going to change into some clothes. Did I get anything from the mall today? I didn't buy anything. I did buy some Uggs in spring. Do you buy Uggs in spring? I'll show you guys in a minute. One of the things that I have noticed for me, just working as a creator, is whenever it is like a rainy or gloomy day, the weather a lot of the times really impacts my mood. It's different when you have a 9 to 5. Come hell or high water, you got to punch that clock. You got to get to work, okay? So who cares about if it's snowing? Who cares about if it's, actually when it snows, I actually feel very inclined to get creative and work on content. But when it's gloomy, rainy, stormy, I just want to curl up on the couch, watch TV, and not be productive. And I am so glad that I broke out of that rut today. It actually turned out to be a very beautiful day. Started out really chilly and gloomy for spring. And then just out of nowhere, the sun like started blazing and the day is just so perfect. I am so glad I got a chance to go to the little pop-up event that Henry Rose did here in Nashville, Tennessee. By the time you guys see this vlog, it'll be Sunday, and their last day here was Saturday. And I think I had somebody asking, could you purchase things at the pop-up? I do believe you could purchase things, but I didn't buy anything. I actually just got 2 little sets gifted for my girls, and my youngest daughter actually sprayed a little fragrance on her box so that she could differentiate between her box and her sister's box. But it is just their full collection of minis. It's got all 12 of their scents, and then it's got just a little Henry Rose gift card in there for both of the girls. So super excited about introducing my girls to clean fragrances, clean beauty, clean everything if I can. There are so many endocrine disruptors that are in products that are marketed to our little teenagers and pre-teeny boppers, and it just sickens me when you think about the infertility rate being on the rise. Like, I have friends that are struggling to have babies, and so much of what we eat, consume, and breathe affect our gut health, and ultimately our gut health. Even if you feel completely healthy, your gut health can significantly like be impacted and in jeopardy. A lot of the people don't think about gut health until they get like sick, but it is very important even before you feel a sickness or a disease or a dis-ease, as one of the ladies that I follow calls it. It is really important to stay on top of your gut health. By the time disease presents itself, I'm not going to say it's too late, but then you really have to work your behind off to reverse disease. So I'm oftentimes trying to teach our daughters to be, let's operate more in a proactive versus reactive type of mindset. And I know it gets really tempting, even for me, with someone who is battling disease, right? It gets really tempting to, conform to the ways of the world, eat all of the junk and the crap that we see. And do believe me, I indulge. I am not 100% on the straight and narrow with the things that I would like to have be a part of my diet regimen. I'll do a donut, okay? I will do Chick-fil-A. But do I consume those things at the rate that I used to? Absolutely not. Y'all, it was nothing for me to literally every day be at Chick-fil-A getting waffle fries and sweet tea. You guys, if you've been here for a part of my journey or have been here from, I guess, like the beginning of my journey here on social media, y'all know I was pulling up at Chick-fil-A like every day on the way to pick up the girls from school. A waffle fry, triple crispy. Do y'all remember that? Triple crispy, no salt, and a sweet tea was like my daily snack. And I'm saying that to share that, like, I'm not ever shaming anyone when I kind of am like side-eyeing the ways of the world, in particular here in America. Because listen, I was that girl, but I think sharing is caring. And I if I had have known better, which I guess I did know better, I think for me it was when disease came knocking at my door, it was like, whoa. But the funny thing is, even when disease came knocking at my door, it wasn't until I understood how important gut health was. It wasn't until I understood how to heal my gut or begin healing my gut. It wasn't until I understood that. Like, I feel like we teach so many things in the public school systems and so many things in school systems. We need to be teaching our babies about how to keep their bodies and their minds whole and healthy. But the pharmaceutical companies would not get their money if we did that. So I don't want to get off onto too much of a tangent. I will definitely link some of my favorite Henry Rose fragrances down below and let you guys check it out. I learned of 2 new scents that are really masculine, in my opinion. Char and Windows Down. My husband has both of those. The lady that was working with me today layered char first and then sprayed Windows Down on top. Y'all, it is going to be my new go-to. Like, I feel like this would be a really nice something for, I want to say fall, but like I like it, y'all. I can't explain what it's giving, but it's giving something, and I like it. And I would have never thought to layer 2 scents. The char is a little bit more strong, like I think woodsy, and then the Windows Down kind of lightens that scent. It's the perfect combination for me. My husband has been loving, I think it's char that I just bought him. I know he has Windows Down. Windows Down is my favorite on him. Let me look and see if I bought him char. Because if I didn't buy him char, we're going to be in trouble, because I told the lady, it was like, my husband already has char. I can just layer that at home. Let me see. Yep. I bought him char. I actually bought him char from Nordstrom. I was just going into my sales history. I bought him char at Nordstrom, and then I bought him Windows Down from the actual Henry Rose website. So to my knowledge, you can buy Henry Rose at Sephora, you can purchase it at Nordstrom, and you can also purchase it at, where else can you purchase it? You can also purchase it at, the henryrose.com website. So anyway, like I said, I will link them down below if you choose to purchase through my link down below. Thank you. It does help me as a creator. But I'm not gonna beg you to, but it does help. You know what? I was actually following a creator that I have fallen in love with. She is in New York, by the way of, I think she started in DC, and she was sharing that there was like a whole thread where a lot of creators found out that girls were like DMing them and asking them for product links, and then getting the links or finding out where certain pieces and items were that they desired, that they saw creators like promoting or sharing within their community. And they were literally opening up a different browser on another tablet or device and purchasing those things so that the creator would not get the commission. Y'all, if that ain't a new level of low, like I have never in my life. And mind you me, this is a community of brown girl creators. And the first thing I thought was, Lord, it be your own folk. Like, why would you? I don't get it. And the crazy thing is, I've shared with you guys often, when you purchase through creator links, it is at no additional cost to you. I'm actually really, really excited, and it makes creators so happy because the cost is what it is. It is whether you buy it through a creator link or whether you find it on your own and just purchase it online, the cost stays the same. We're just grateful as creators to be able to get a small amount of commission from said purchases. Kind of like the girls who work at Nordstrom, or, the people that work at like certain retail stores, when they are all in your face asking you like, did you try this one or that one? They're not kind of like just urging you to buy stuff because they really care that you get something. I mean, maybe they do, but they're thinking about their bottom line. They're thinking about the fact that if you purchase something, if you come into a store excited about a brand and you purchase something, they get some bit of commission. Now, it's not going to make them rich. Like, a lot of the people think that like these people that work off a commission are like making bukus of money. You don't, but that commission adds up over time. So anyway, like I said, if you purchase through my links, I do want to thank you for that. And I also just wanted to just educate you guys within my community that when I share things, these are things that I genuinely love. These are things that I clearly use within my home. You guys have seen Henry Rose a million gazillion times in my home. This is not something that I'm just promoting just because. This is something that I'm passionate about. This is something that I believe in because I am absolutely just sick of toxic ingredients being the norm for products here in America. It's not that way everywhere. In other places, toxic ingredients are banned. In other places, health issues are not on the rise like they are in the States. In other places, people come to America and are like, whoa, there's too much sugar in the food. There's too much salt in the food. Like people come from other places and come to America and they're like, I see why y'all all sick. You know, when I shared my little spiel about having been diagnosed with cancer during the pandemic, which I think I took that video down, or either I retitled it something else, I got so many nasty comments, and I'm not sad about it, but it was like a dagger, because as you're dealing with a diagnosis, to read from people negative comments, right? Like who has the mindset to even leave a negative comment on someone's video who is sharing a really devastating diagnosis, right? I got comments from a lot of people who were not within the States that were just really caught off guard as to how so many Americans are now having cancer. How many Americans are now sick? How many but I'm like, don't leave that comment in my video. I am one of the innocent bystanders that just did not know. I fell clearly prey to the ways of the world here in the States. I didn't know. Like, I've grown up here my whole life. I was never ever properly educated or taught about gut health. I don't think many of us were. I think we're all learning and growing together and trying to do better. But I was just really blown away. Like, you would leave a comment on my channel within my community, pretty much ridiculing me and basically saying, that's what you get. Like, you deserve what you get because Americans are so stupid. I mean, just some of the comments were like beyond me. And I pulled the video down because I felt like at the time when I first shared the video and when I was first trying to just kind of get a grip on the news that I received, it was just too much for me to swallow. I do have pretty thick skin in that I'm very emotional, by the way, but I have thick skin when it comes to social media because I feel like people that are not in my core inner circle, when they do and say things, I don't give a rat's crap. Okay. So usually, I mean, and you do have to have thick skin on social media. I get so many comments that I'm just kind of like, really? You wanted to say that? You needed to say that? You really needed to say that? So I've learned to have thick skin on social media, and I've learned not to clap back at everyone who decides to leave mean comments. Sometimes I delete them. Sometimes I leave them up. Sometimes I pin them with a really kind of response just to kind of let the person know, like, okay, here's my response. I'm not going to be nasty with you or to you. But it's just, social media is a beast, can be a beast. It can be a blessing and it can be a beast. It is one of the reasons why I prefer for my children not to be on social media. And I say prefer because I do have a teeny bopper who has a phone, and who knows, she could, for all I know, have apps downloaded on her phone. But I have asked her, and I check in with her periodically, and she says that she doesn't have TikTok or Instagram. However, I did ask her, was she ready to have TikTok and Instagram? And she did say she wanted a TikTok account. So I am definitely thinking about, I'm definitely going to sit down with her and allow her to get a social media account. We're going to talk about safety. We're going to talk about all of the things. But here's what I plan on doing. Each night, I plan on going into her social media account, and I am going to go into the search window and put in the things that I know she's interested in. Search for things that I know that she's interested in, because let me tell you one thing about the search window. Whatever girls search for, whatever you search for repeatedly, that is what the algorithm feeds you. So for example, I was reading a book. Oh, and it's right here, guys. I'm reading this book called The Anxious Generation, How the Great Rewiring of Childhood is Causing an Epidemic of Mental Illness. And I was sharing this book with my cousin. And according to the research that the author has done, notice who is on the cover of the book, a little girl. He was saying that this whole social media epidemic is affecting girls at a much higher rate than little boys. And I get it. Because when you go on social media, everything is over sexualized. We got butt, we got boobs hanging out, I'm like, is there any type of modesty in the world anymore? I do not judge. To each its own. But even when I'm doing like style content, I see women that are literally like starting out their style content on short form in a panty and bra. All types of sizes, from skinny to middle of the road to thick. I don't body shame. I don't knock anybody's figure. It is not about your figure. It is not about your size. I'm just like, you naked on social media to do a get ready with me. I've done tons of get ready with me. You will see me start out in a robe. You might see me zip up my pants or buckle a shirt, but you're not gonna ever see my boobs. You're not gonna ever see me starting out with a pair of panties on. I'm just like, y'all, this is the internet. This social media, like, and these are wives and mamas. As a matter of fact, one of the creators that I follow actually said she's now a mother. And she was just like, she's not doing content the way she used to because one of her child's friends found her social media and they pulled it up in school and was taunting her child and showing the class her mom's pictures of being in her panty and bra, starting doing little get ready with me's. And I'm just, for me, I don't know if it's just my age. No, and it's not my age, because I see 40 and up doing it. I see some 40-year-old women with their panties and bras starting out. I'm just like, I think we are living in a world where there is just this notion that sex sells. You can be sexy with your clothes on. I don't remember doing a video where I kind of like had a shirt. I buttoned my collar up a lot of the times, or my shirt all the way up. There was a girl that was like, girl, let your boobs hang out sometimes. Just because you're in your 40s don't mean you can't flaunt it anymore. I'm like, I didn't flaunt my boobies when I was in my 20s or my 30s. My boobies are from my okay, let me not go there. And like I said, to each its own. I see women with their boobs out, more power to you. I am just not comfortable with my boobs out. I ain't comfortable with my boobs out. I'm just not. I mean, I'm just not. I was going to say, maybe I'll let them out one day. I don't think I'm doing the boob out thing. But back to what I was saying about the girls and social media. When you go online and you see little girls with all they everything out, you start to think, I need to do this to be recognized. I need to do this to be seen, to be heard. This is beauty. This is the standard. The little girls are wearing lipstick, makeup, huge earrings in elementary. Like, it's just, that's why it was so refreshing for me to have my daughter go out today and play outside with kids her age versus being on technology. I worry about this generation of kids. I really, really do. And I'm going to link this book down below. And look, I'm going to link this too, so you can buy this book through my link if you would like. But I am going to link this book down below because, y'all, I'm probably going to start reading more of this tonight. But this has been, this is, you're gonna get this book and not put it down. Like, I was just going through it and reading and reading and reading. There was a little bit, let me show you guys. It was one little bit in here where there was a little girl who basically drew a little like there was an illustration in here where she felt ugly and stupid and fat, and she had issues with, like, what is that disease called when you think you're fat but you're not? But it was all stemming from social media. Oh gosh, and now I'm not gonna be able to find the page. If I find it, I'll pop it up here in the window. If I find it while I'm editing the video, I'll pop it up here in the window. But it was a little girl who, I think she's in her 20s now, and she still suffers with whatever this, I guess, what is it, body dysmorphia, or where you feel like you're overweight and you're not. And I can't remember if it stemmed from, I don't know what it stemmed from. I think it stemmed from, oh, here it is. Oh, she had 127 followers on Instagram. And what did it say? But after getting these followers, her mental health plunged and she began to show signs of depression. 5 months after she opened her first Instagram account, she drew a picture, and it's this picture down below. Within 6 months of opening her Instagram account, the content Instagram's algorithms chose for Alexis, this is the little girl, had morphed from her initial interest in fitness to a stream of photos of models, to dieting advice, and then to pro-anorexia content. So it wasn't that someone was picking with her online. I was wondering, I can't remember if it was someone that was picking with her. This is just what the algorithm fed. Now, hear me out. It says that this little girl, Alexis, was searching in Instagram's search engine, and her interest was fitness, y'all. The little girl was trying to, and what's wrong with that? My oldest daughter is into fitness. She's running track. She's trying to do things to stay fit and to keep her body in shape, and she's thinking about her health. So from fitness to a stream of photos of models, to dieting advice, and then to pro-anorexia content. In 8th grade, she was hospitalized for anorexia and depression. She battled eating disorders and depression for the rest of her teen years. Alexis is now 21. She has regained control of her life and works as an emergency medical technician, though she still struggles with eating disorders. Y'all, this is crazy. This is like so crazy. The evidence that social media is harming girls. But this is the picture. I'll pop the picture up here. But this is the picture that she drew. And she was 12 years old, guys, at the time. The words on her little illustration says, worthless, die, ugly, stupid, kill yourself. Like, as a mom, like my heart, like, y'all, if you're a mom, we're parenting in some crazy times. Some crazy times. So I encourage you to get this book. I think it will be really, really helpful as we're trying to navigate the waters of not being too strict of parents, but also understanding what we're up against. I know some parents are like, absolutely, my kid is just not going to have a phone. And if that's your way of bringing your child up, I'm not here to judge you. I get it. I just am trying to parent from the aspect of, because I know this is the way of the world, allowing my kids the freedom to explore, but just trying to put some guidelines in place, trying to kind of help them understand the tricks of the enemy, okay? Let's just call it what it is. And also just kind of helping them understand how to navigate. My biggest fear and nightmare is send my kids off to school, right? College, let them out into the real world after having been on top of them like this, and they have no idea how to stay afloat and navigate in the world. So our job as parents, while they're under our roof, in my opinion, is to train them up. And while we clearly don't want to train them up understanding how to navigate the social media waters,
it's something that we're going to have to do. I mean, these kids are on computers at school. The schools have safeguards in place, but as a former educator, those kids know how to get past those safeguards. So if you think that your child is not exposed to social media because you didn't get them a phone, they on social media some kind of way. They are. And wouldn't you rather them have a phone within your home that you can kind of, control a little bit of that exposure than just telling them absolutely they can't? And I feel like when we tell our kids they can't, they find a way to can. They find a way to do it. Some of the things that I have in place here that I've shared before in our community is when our girls come home, their phones, I'm looking now to make sure their phones are on the checkpoints. Their tablets and their phones come into our room. The tablets never leave the house. The tablets, their little Apple, what do you call those things? iPads, those always stay home. My 10-year-old is not allowed to take hers out at all. Our ninth grader has a phone. She got it 8th grade year. I was one of the last moms, according to her, to get a phone. Like most of her friends had phones in like 6th and 5th grade. To each its own. That's just not what I'm doing around here. So she got a phone 8th grade Christmas, I believe, is when she got her phone. And I'm watching my second child. From what I'm seeing right now, I don't know that she's going to be ready for a phone 8th grade, but we'll see. She could do a turnaround. You have to know your child. You have to know your child. You don't do what everybody else is doing. You have to know your child. Some children may be able to handle a phone at an earlier age. Some children may not. So, but their phones come into our bedroom, and I know the passwords. Do I jump into their phones often and search history? I don't. But am I known to sit up in the bed, my husband and I, and we go through their phones? Absolutely, we have. Maybe since they've had their phones, we've probably grabbed their phones maybe about 4 or 5 times and just kind of, periodically searched through their history, looked at their text messages, looked at their deleted messages. I even put some safeguards on our youngest daughter's tablet. I put safeguards on her phone to where there were just things that were totally blocked. She had to have my permission to get into. She can't delete any of her history. Like, there's certain things that you can do, but you also want your children to be able to explore and feel like they have permission, but also have some boundaries. And with all that said, I could be completely screwing up as a parent. My kids could be doing something that I have no idea that they're doing. But I'm trying to do the best I can, as I know you guys are as well. So, yeah, guys, I could go on and on about how hard it is to be a parent nowadays. I mean, all our parents had to worry about was us getting home before the street light came on. Go play outside and get home before the street light came on. That was it. Bullying and social media and all of the things that are going on now, like our kids, they're dealing with, we didn't deal with that. We didn't deal with that. Thanks so much for watching today's video. As always, make your day beautiful. The choice is yours. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.